Welcome to In the News with Double O Des. I'm Des Bernardo, giving you my perspective on news from South Africa and the rest of the world. In the news now is a story that'll delight every single one of you, although this is us just being treated like a lesser adult. In other words, you are now not a child anymore, you're now a teenager. Because government has said that no, you don't have to be locked down from 9 o'clock in the evening anymore. You can now stay out till 10 o'clock. And the reason is that people at restaurants should have time to get home. Now, why haven't they thought about this before? This sounds like absolute childish semantics. But let's go through the article in Business Tech and see what they have to say. New lockdown rules for South Africa, including opening up leisure travel and updated curfew. Now, the leisure travel part is very significant, especially for the accommodation industry and the hospitality industry. It's very important to know that many people will now be able to actually book and accommodate people that are not just on business travel. So this will definitely provide relief for many people out there and many people I've been speaking to of late. Tourism Minister Mamoloko Kubai Ngubane has announced a number of new lockdown rule changes aimed at alleviating the stress around South Africa's tourism industry. In a media briefing on Thursday, the minister said these changes follow consultations made by Cabinet and the National Coronavirus Command Council, the NCCC. The biggest changes include 1. The evening curfew has been moved to 10 o'clock at night to allow restaurants to run a dinner service and give staff time to return home. The sale of alcohol remains prohibited. So we're still kiddies. Individuals will be allowed to leave their homes for leisure purposes, but only within their provinces. Kiddies. As per the above, accommodation facilities will be allowed to open for leisure purposes. Now, this is the most significant change here, because it means that people that couldn't accommodate others before in B&Bs and so on, they could only provide rooms for businesses, can now do so for leisure purposes within those provinces. The only problem is that most of these places rely on people traveling from other provinces as well as from international travelers. So I don't know how much of a relief this will actually be. However, no more than 2 people may share a room, with the exceptions of a nuclear family, 2 parents and up to 2 children. Now, who on earth has a right to make a decision such as that? These people are psychotic. Whoever makes these decisions, I don't know what they're doing in government. These people need to get out of government as soon as possible. And, when you actually go through what these people come up with and what they think up with, they are treating us like children. Okay, maybe I should say now they're treating us like teenagers. But we're adults and we should be able to make decisions for ourselves in how we want to live our lives. And they have no right under the Constitution and the Bill of Rights to make decisions for us like this. Why are we tolerating this? I'm not. But anyone else out there, why are you tolerating this? It is insanity. Short-term rental sharing such as Airbnb remain closed. Interprovincial travel for leisure is still prohibited. Tour operators will be allowed to provide guided tours in open-top vehicles. Okay, so in Cape Town, the red buses will be driving around with the open-top vehicles. Remember, if you're ventilated, you're safe. On home sharing specifically, the minister said that there are concerns from the department's health team surrounding that sector. I would like to speak to these health teams. I would want to see who they are. Is it the World Health Organization, or is it actually our experts from the MAC Council that have said that we should be at level 1 lockdown already a long time ago? But no, government decided to listen to the WHO, who said we should remain at level 4, and then government said, okay, we'll cut it in between, but more towards the WHO, we'll go to level 3. Remember, the MAC said that we should be at level 1 by now. There's no reason to be where we're at. So there's ulterior motives in the workings here. She said the department has met with Airbnb and there is a process being put in place going through protocols submitted by Airbnb, which the department will then take to the NCCC. Why must the NCCC make a decision? They're not allowed to make any decisions. The only reason why they could be seen as constitutional is because they said that Cabinet still makes all the decisions. But now they're speaking about the NCCC making a decision. They're not allowed to, under our constitution, to make any decisions. None. However, she noted that not all home sharing in South Africa is registered with Airbnb, so more needs to be done in the sector. Therefore, these services remain closed for now. That's it. No reason, no nothing. Kubai Ngubane said that the government would publish an official gazette detailing these changes and the official implementation date shortly. So, you're not allowed to do this yet. They say that they're going to allow this, but it's not being gazetted yet. Remember, these are regulations. These are not laws. You do not have to listen to them. They are not level 1 offenses. They are regulations. We are not in a state of emergency. We are in a state of disaster. The Bill of Rights and the Constitution is still fully in force. While the tourism industry will welcome many of the above changes, the continued ban on the sale of alcohol is likely to remain a serious sticking point. Earlier this week, the Restaurant Association of South Africa, RASA, said that the government was considering a proposal to lift the country's ban on alcohol and evening curfew. Based on what? The association's Wendy Albert said that the proposal would see individual areas take responsibility for alcohol consumption and that individual consumers would have to apply for a permit to purchase alcohol, likely at the local police station, and would have to apply using their phone number and other forms of registration. People, they are completely losing the plot. We are not just turning into a police state, but a complete and utter New World Order disaster. Albert said that the association is also calling for a lifting of an evening curfew as it serves no purpose considering the current ban on the sale of alcohol. Ditto. She stressed that the lifting of alcohol ban was of vital importance and that the restaurant industry cannot continue under the current regulations. Now people, the insanity in their statements, I actually don't know what to say anymore. I mean, when I was in primary school, I would have been able to rip this to shreds, just looking at it from a basic common sense perspective. But I suppose the people in government don't have common sense. We didn't vote for them, remember? We voted for a party. This is what we got because we voted for a party and because of the system that we're stuck with right now. We are in this mess that we're in. Keep on doing the same thing and expecting a different result is insane. We need to do something different with our minds. We need to switch our minds and realize that we need to do something different to get different results. After so many years of doing the same thing over and over, why would we expect something different? No changing party in government is going to make a difference in this country. Look at who supported our president when he declared the lockdown. Look who supported our president when he declared the extension of the lockdown. All the parties represented in parliament stood behind him. Let's not forget this. For all my new subscribers, you can go and watch my videos on the whole transition throughout this lockdown. And I do ask you to please do that. Thank you for listening to this video. This is really disturbing. Even although this might give some people some reprieve, we are still being treated like children. And our government has absolutely no right to do this. Please subscribe to this channel. Click the bell icon. Thank you for helping me to reach 17,000 subscribers. The Double O Days channel is past 17,000 subscribers. And hopefully soon we will be at 18,000, 19,000 and 20,000 subscribers. What this does is gives us a much bigger platform to spread the word on what is happening in the country as well as within the world with regards to history and the future, giving you that perspective. And I hope that I can continue doing this and that you will continue supporting me as I go on this road trip tomorrow. I thank you for all the support that you've given to make this possible. You've made this possible. And I want to thank you, your sharing of the videos, your speaking to family members and friends. And without that spreading of information, we cannot get the change that we need in this country. So I thank you. We are changing the country. It's happening in front of my very eyes. I'm seeing the momentum. I'm seeing people awakening to what is happening, to seeing how their liberties are disappearing, how our government is toying with our lives. They have no right to tell you not to make a living. There's no right under the Constitution that they can use to do that, except under a state of emergency, which we do not have right now. They have no right. And I end the video on that note. Till the next video.